When Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order dropped in 2019, it blew everyone away. It was the Jedi fantasy fans had been craving: gripping combat, powerful force abilities, cinematic storytelling, and a brand new hero in Cal Kestis. Then came Jedi Survivor in 2023, raising the stakes with deeper mechanics, massive open environments, and a darker, more emotional narrative. But despite its success, whispers in the gaming community suggest something troubling. Jedi Survivor might be the last game in this beloved series, and worse, possibly the last Jedi-centric game you will see for a very long time. But why? Let's dive into the reasons that makes this fear more real than fans would like to admit. While Jedi Survivor was critically acclaimed, its sales didn't meet expectations. EA and Respawn expected blockbuster numbers like the original game. However, several factors, including the $70 price tag, performance issues on launch, especially on PC, and stiff competition in the gaming calendar, caused it to underperform. Games like Tears of the Kingdom, Spider-Man 2, and Baldur's Gate 3 dominated headlines, and Survivor faded faster than expected. For publishers like EA, that's a red flag, and it could mean they are hesitant to greenlight a third game. Let's be real, Jedi Survivor was a technical mess at launch. It suffered from frame rate drops, crashes, bugs, and poor optimization across PC and consoles. Players were frustrated, and despite patches, the damage was done. Many swore off the game until it was actually playable. For an AAA studio like Respawn, this kind of reception can shake confidence. The community expected polish. What they got was chaos. That backlash has long-term consequences, especially when EA is already juggling massive live service titles like Apex Legends and EA Sports FC. Here is the kicker: EA is shifting its focus. The publisher is leaning heavily into multiplayer, live service, and sports titles, which are areas that offer long-term monetization. Single-player games like Jedi Survivor are expensive, time-consuming, and risky. Yes, Fallen Order proved single-player Star Wars games can thrive, but EA is a business, and if the ROI isn't massive, they might pivot. In fact, multiple reports suggest that Respawn has other Star Wars projects in the works, including a first-person shooter game and a strategy game, neither of which centers on Jedi. Back when Fallen Order came out, EA had exclusive right to publish Star Wars games. That's no longer the case. Disney has opened up Star Wars licensing to multiple studios under Lucasfilm Games label. Ubisoft, Quantic Dream, Skydance New Media, and many more. This means more Star Wars games are coming, but with so many developers in the kitchen, Disney may want to diversify. That could mean fewer Jedi-focused stories and more emphasis on bounty hunters, smugglers, or stories like Star Wars Eclipse or Outlaws. In short, Jedi stories may take a backseat as new visions emerge. Let's talk narrative. Jedi Survivor told a rich, emotional, and dark story. Cal Kestis evolved from a scared Padawan into a hardened warrior. The game tackled themes of identity, loss, betrayal, and sacrifice. The ending, mysterious, powerful, and bittersweet. Some fans believe this was the intended arc, and the next step in Cal's journey might be told elsewhere, not in the game, but possibly in TV or film. There are rumors that Cameron Monaghan, Cal's actor, could appear in live-action Star Wars content. If Cal's story continues in Hollywood, we may never get another Jedi game in this style again. With game budgets now exceeding hundreds of millions, publishers are getting nervous. A single misstep could tank a franchise. Jedi Survivor cost a fortune between its visuals, voice acting, motion capture, and marketing. Respawn now faces the classic AAA problem: how do you top this without going bankrupt? The third game would need to be massive, and that's so dangerous gamble in a shaky industry. Publishers are increasingly favoring smaller scale or multiplayer focused projects for safer returns. Let's be honest, Star Wars is everywhere. Movies, shows, games, books, comics. While that's a dream for fans, it's also causing some fatigue. Disney is now trying to balance quality over quantity. They may not want every Star Wars game to feature lightsabers and force powers. They want variety, like Star Wars Outlaws, focusing on a scoundrel in the Outer Rim. The Jedi may become more of a rare event in the gaming galaxy, not the default experience. There is still hope. Some speculate that Respawn could reboot the series with a new Jedi, a new era like the High Republic, or even a villainous Sith protagonist. But that might be years away, and it's not guaranteed. Fans hoping for Jedi 3 may be disappointed if it never arrives or arrives in a different form. So Jedi Survivor be the last Jedi game? Maybe not forever, but for the foreseeable future, it looks like we are stepping away from lightsabers and force pushes. Between EA's shifting focus, Disney's broader licensing, high development cost, and Cal Kestis' potential move to live action, we might be entering a new era of Star Wars games, one where Jedi stories are fewer and every future Jedi game is far from guaranteed. To cherish Fallen Order and Survivor, they may be the last time we get to live the dream of being a Jedi in a fully immersive Star Wars experience for a very long time. So what do you think? Should Respawn make one final Jedi game to complete the trilogy, or is it time to move on from lightsabers? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a deep Star Wars dive like this one. May the Force be with you. Bye bye.